Hello and welcome. This is Cara, and I am working on my one signature journal as part of the collaboration with Bella Creativa Designs. I am using her cut file to make my cover for the one signature journal. Here I'm showing you all the papers that are going to go in the journal. I'm using my sunflower kit. So this little journal or one signature is actually going to go inside of the file folder folio that I've been making using her cut files as well. So I'm going to do some mats on the inside and outside of the cover, and this helps give it a little more stability since I'm using, I think it's like 65-pound weight cardstock. It's not, or maybe 80, but it's not that thick of cardstock, so this will help give it some sturdiness. And I also cut out inside mats, and she provides the mats. You can use the mats on your Cricut, or for what I did, I just traced it with my pencil. So either way will work. And then the other thing I did is I cut off the top tabs so that the outside cover could be used as a pocket like I did in the folio, but for the journal cover you want to cut off the tabs because you don't need them because you're not making a pocket unless you wanted a pocket. So I'm going to glue it together. Once I put the front cover on, I'm like, wait a minute, I should put it together. So I glue it together, and she also provides spine mats, so you'll see that I'm going to glue the mats on those as well, and again that helps with stability. So my printer is running out of black ink because I've been doing making some kits, and I've been doing lots of test prints, and so that cover is not as vibrant as I would have liked. It looked a little faded, but I don't have the black ink right now, so I kind of had to go for it. So here I'm putting the mat for the little butterfly pattern in the inside, and then I use a piece of cardstock for the outside. And this comes together really, really easily. So if maybe you're new to journaling, this would be a great way to start. You have your pieces all cut out, and then you just glue them together, and it's a one signature journal, and that's pretty fun. So here's the piece of cardstock, and I'm going to glue that on as my spine. And then I also cut out some tabs, and this made life so much easier. I was hand cutting them out for the folio, and I couldn't cut a straight line. So this time I decided I'm just going to cut a bunch of tabs, and then I'll be able to easily glue them on. And it was much, much better. And they look nice and clean and really, really looks good. So there I'm using the other side of that paper for my back cover, and you'll see that it's a little too small because I'm using 8.5 by 11 sheets. I think if I was to use like a European size, what is it? I can't think of it now. It probably would have been better, but I don't have that paper. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to glue this down, and then I'm going to get a piece of lace, and I'm going to glue that on the back. But first I'm going to do the inside mats. I had this cardstock in my stash, and it was perfect. I just love when that happens. Perfect. All right, so then I've rounded my corners. I did that off camera, and I had them all glued, and I'm just gluing one more tab. And I think we'll get to the back cover in just a second. Doesn't that look nice? Straight lines. Nothing with pencil marks. It's really nice. So there's the front, and then there's the back. And so I have this lace that I purchased actually off Amazon, and there's a ton of it, and there's like different widths. It's really, really nice. So I just grabbed one that would work, and I liked the little scallopy edge, and I'm just going to glue that on, and I think it looks pretty good. I mean, you can kind of still tell that I was covering it up, but I think it still looks nice. And once everything's all decorated, I think it'll be fine. And for that, I did use Fabri-Tac. And then I'm just going to cut that off. And then I quickly ink Wouldn't it be nice to ink this fast? So I sped this up because I wanted to show that I did ink the edges, but I didn't want to spend too much time, so I just quickly inked the edges because I wanted it to match the folio, because I inked all of those edges as well. Even the middle. All right, and now we're ready to sew the signature in. So I'm getting it all straight to make sure it's kind of the way I want it. And then I need my thread. I use waxed thread, my needle, and then my book that oh, sorry, I'm jumping the gun. So here I'm gonna take this. This is a very fancy way that I get my holes ready to go. So I'm gonna trim this piece of scrap paper. And I kind of use the journal to measure the length right there. And then I'm going to fold that in half. So fold it like hot dog style. And then I open that up. I'm laughing because I don't think I've ever really shown this. And then I fold that in half. People use a ruler and they measure, but I'm not a ruler girl. So then I take this and I fold the outsides over each other. And then that creates a place where a hole will go. And then I take the two outsides and I fold those in. So then what I have are lines that will show me where to put my 5 holes. Oh, goodness. Yeah, a ruler might be good for those of you who can measure really well, but that's not me. So anyway, there's my 5 holes. See, and they're evenly spaced. Isn't that wonderful? Oh gosh. So now I get out my thread, my book, and a needle, and I am going to sew in the signature. So I'm going to put some paper clips, keep it a little more stable. And then I start on the inside because I like my strings hanging down inside of the journal. You could do it on the outside and have your strings on the outside, but I start in the middle. And I get my 3, I have 3 lengths of the book about, just so you kind of get an idea of, how much you need. So I go through the middle. Then I go to the next hole, and then I go to the next one, and then I go back up to the center hole. Not the center hole, sorry, then went next to the center. Skip the center hole, and then go down to the bottom hole, and then back out, and then now I go through the center hole. And then you make sure you pull it tight, and then put one string on under the other string so it can kind of help tighten it down. Here I'm just getting my strings all ready to go. And then I tie a knot. Once I have my knot, I can then have dangles at the bottom. So next time, I think I will be doing a flip through. I'm gonna probably just decorate it off camera, and then you can see a full flip through of the file folder and the journal all decorated. This has been a really, really fun collaboration, and I hope you come back for the final flip through of both items. Thanks for watching. Bye.